Hello everyone! How are you today? I hope that you're fine. I'm teacher Annie and welcome back to the English conversation class. Today is a little bit different class. We will watch a video about one very big and famous country, and we will have a few questions that you will have to find the answers to them while you will watch that video. As usual, you can pause the video, you can rewind the video, whatever you need to find the answers. If you want, you can write them down into your notebooks and write down the answers. The country is Africa. It's the second biggest continent in the whole world. It's a huge continent. And the questions are: Number 1, what is the longest river in Africa? Number 2, what is the Sahara? Number 3, what did the slaves in Egypt do? 4, what is the country of Ghana was famous for? It's one of the countries of Africa. Number 5, how many people are there in the Africa? Number 6, where do the great mountain gorillas live? 7, what material is used to make African traditional masks? 8, who was Nelson Mandela? And number 9, what do people want to see when they go to visit Africa? Let's jump into the video.
Africa. Chapter 1. Africa, an ancient continent. Africa is the second largest continent in the world. Africa's longest river, the Nile, is over 4,000 miles long. The largest city is Cairo in Egypt. The largest desert in the world is in Africa. It is the Sahara. Animals include the strong lion and powerful hippo. The tall giraffe is often seen near herds of elephants. Here, you can also find the deadly black mamba snake. There is more to Africa than animals. It is home to many different groups of people. Africa has 53 countries and many cultures. Each one is proud of its people and history. Changes are happening all the time in Africa, even in the Sahara. Chapter 2. A Land of Struggle. Slavery had a long history in Africa. More than 3,000 years ago, the Egyptians took people as slaves. They said they owned the slaves. They made slaves work for them. The slaves had to take care of children, help in the fields, or cook. For centuries, Africans were taken by Arabs and Europeans. They were sold as slaves to other parts of Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Ghana is a country in Africa. In the past, gold and salt were traded. People from the richer countries would have to travel through Ghana to trade. Ghana's leaders made them pay to come through their land. This helped them to be rich too. Today, most of the poorest countries in the world are in Africa. This is partly because of civil war and unused land. It is also because of too little education, water, and medicine. Africa has over 1 billion people living in its many countries. There are rich and poor. There are people who live in cities and in villages. Chapter 3. Africa in Stories, Dance, and Art. Storytelling has always been important to African culture. It is a way to pass history and information from one generation to the next. Village griots, or storytellers, are responsible for keeping the history of their village. They tell stories of great wars and battles. They tell stories about everyday life. There used to be no written language. This was the only way people could learn and remember. Dance is also an important part of African society. Dancers tell stories as well. The dancers might use masks and costumes. They also use body paint and props. Some people who watch are invited to join in. The Republic of the Congo is in Central Africa. The country is full of thick forests and mountains. The people make space for new villages. They leave the trees alone. In the forests of the Congo, the great gorillas live safely. The Sahara Desert covers most of North Africa. The Sahara can be as hot as 50 degrees Celsius. It is dry and has very little rain. It might not rain in one area for years. It is a very harsh place for people, but people do live there. Some people in Africa are nomads. The Tuareg people live in the Saharan parts of Mali and Niger. They move from place to place to breed and care for camels. Some modern Tuareg people now prefer to live in cities around an oasis. Art also plays a part in the African culture. Art has been important since ancient times. African art tells of family, life, and even outsiders coming into the land. The Khoikhoi and San people were two of the oldest groups of people in Africa. They lived in South Africa around 25,000 BCE. Their stories were told through rock paintings and carvings. Other cultures tell stories through beads. The Zulus of South Africa have a tradition. A young girl sends a boy a bracelet with different colored beads. The boy will ask her what the beads mean. One popular art form of Africa is masks. They are often hand-carved from wood. They are worn by cultures all over Africa. Masks are most often worn in West Africa. They tell the story of their people. Masks may also be used to represent gods and spirits. They can look like animals or ancestors. Masks from different tribes look very different. Chapter 4: Leading Africa to Change. The most well-known leader in modern Africa has been Nelson Mandela. He was born in Transkei, South Africa. His father was Chief Henry Mandela of the Tembu tribe. Mandela became president of South Africa in 1994. He was president until 1999. He inspired the people of South Africa. He fought against apartheid. He fought for freedom and equality. He fought for peace for his country, all of Africa, and the world. In 2009, the United Nations General Assembly made an announcement. Mandela's birthday, July 18th, would be Mandela Day. In 2010, Africa hosted the Soccer World Cup for the first time. Soccer in Africa is known of as far back as 1862. The people at the World Cup cheered when Mandela waved to the crowd. Chapter 5: A Modern Africa. Africa today has many large cities. These include Cape Cod and Johannesburg. There are also many villages. Here the people live as they did 500 years ago. Africa draws people from all over the world to look at its wonders. They come to see the old and new. Because of places like the pyramids, Sahara Desert, and the savannah, many movies have been filmed in Africa. Many tourists visit Africa. They visit the Egyptian pyramids. They see penguins in the southern African waters. Many take photo safaris in Kenya. There are still places of great poverty and war in Africa. Over 9 million people have become refugees. Thousands of people have died in civil wars. Disease and starvation have killed many people. Africa is also a land of beauty. It is full of many cultures. The continent of Africa brings the past and the present together. The people of Africa have changed with the modern world. They also have many customs that have stayed the same.
Okay, it was a big video and quite informative. And let's see if you could hear the right answers to these questions throughout the video. So, number 1, what is the longest river in the Africa? It's the Nile. Number 2, what is the Sahara? Sahara is the desert in Africa. Number 3, what did the slaves in Egypt do? Basically, they worked for Egyptians, but if to tell more, they took care of children, helped in the fields, or cooked. Number 4, what is the country of Ghana was famous for? They traded gold and salt. 5, how many people are there in the Africa? There are over 1 billion people. 6, where do the great mountain gorillas live? They live in the forest of Congo, and it is very comfortable place for them. 7, what material is used to make African traditional masks? It is wood. 8, who was Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela was the president of South Africa in 1994 to 1999. Number 9, what do people want to see when they visit Africa? They want to see the pyramids. They want to see wild animals while they are on the safari, and they want to see penguins. They want to see camels in wild. They want to see the beautiful sea. Okay, today you are lucky you don't have any homework. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I wish you also to have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.